Hey, what's happening, party people? Welcome to Topic Tuesday. Hopefully today will be a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit more challenging. Hopefully to open your mind to a different perspective, and hopefully it can be helpful in your life and in the situations that you may be currently in. You know, the one thing I like about social media is that it provides a lot of helpful information, insight, wisdom, encouragement, inspiration, antidotes to kind of help deal with life and to help solve some problems that we may be struggling with. Sometimes it can answer the who, the what, the when, the where, the why. And those are important to know. It's something I do with my clients all the time, help them answer those questions. But then sometimes there's one thing missing, and that's the how part. Sometimes it does give you the how, like here's how you go about doing something, but how do you get to the how first? Well, that's our topic for today. It's called embracing. And let me make a distinction that awareness and acknowledgement are not the same as embracing. We can be aware and acknowledge something, but until we embrace it, we can't make a decision on what to do. Whether those are positive embrace, negative embrace, for example, we can embrace the positive feelings, the thoughts, the behaviors, all those things. We can embrace them, that make us feel good, and those are easy to embrace. But what about the other side? What about the other end? The negative. Those things that are detrimental, ineffective, unhealthy, harmful. Those tend to be a little more difficult. Because sometimes we don't want to look at them, we don't want to address them, we don't want to embrace them. We may acknowledge and be aware, we might not even do that, but that's the first step, embracing. For example, me, I was a terrible boyfriend. I was a liar and I was a cheater. And it wasn't until I embraced those things that I can make a decision to do better if I chose to. There's always a choice once you embrace something. You can either change it, accept it, or do nothing. It's part of the human experience. So, for example, all the great heroes in movies had to embrace something negative about it before they got to their fullest potential. For example, y'all all seen The Lion King. Remember when Simba looked in the water? And what did he see? He saw disappointment. He saw failure. That's a part of himself that he had to embrace. It wasn't until he looked again and he saw his dad where he embraced and looked up in the sky at the conversation. He embraced that he was meant to be a king. Y'all know the rest of the story. Shout out to Dr. Bowie for this one. Pastor Bowie, St. Luke, in that he says Jesus had to embrace death in order to become the fullness that he needed to become. That's one of the most difficult things to embrace is death. He asked if there was another way. He said no. So in order for him to become who he needed to become, he had to embrace that. So that's something you can write down. In order for us to become who we want to become and who we're meant to become, we must embrace something difficult. And usually when you embrace the negative, you become a better person. And so once you embrace something and hold on to it, then you make a decision. But how do you get started? Well, you embrace being okay where you are now. It doesn't mean you have to always be there. It's okay to know where you are now. It's okay to feel sad, angry, upset, frustrated, all those things. Embrace that and then make a decision. So today I challenge you to go out and embrace something about you. If you want to know how something I do, I look in the mirror and have conversations with myself, and sometimes I talk to myself. No, not like that, sometimes. And it's that embrace that helps you grow into the person that you are and that you're meant to be, that I know you can be. Remember, if nobody loves you, know that I do. Love your life, love yourself. How do you do that? You embrace people. Embrace yourself. Leave a comment, shoot me a message if there's something you want to talk about, if you have questions. I look forward to Thankful Thursday and next week's Topic Tuesday.